If you want to know walleye populations, pike populations, perch populations on the Devils Lake complex, today we're visiting with fisheries biologist Todd Caspers, and he will answer those questions. I'm Mike Anderson with the North Dakota Game and Fish Department. Okay, let's go right into fish populations. Everybody wants to know about fish populations. How are walleyes on the Devils Lake complex?
Well, in Devils Lake, walleye should be doing actually really well right now. We were down for a few years, but the numbers have rebounded really nicely since we had good reproduction for several years in a row now. So overall numbers are, well above average, and those 15 to 20 inch sized walleye that people like to catch and harvest a lot of times, those are doing really well right now too. They're well above average as well.
Okay, let's move into our state fish, the northern pike on Devils Lake.
On Devils Lake, pike aren't doing as well as most of the other species right now. We don't think they've had a lot of reproduction for several years, so they're still out there, but the numbers are below average.
Anglers always target perch on
Yeah,
those.
they're really popular in the wintertime. The perch numbers for the sizes of fish that anglers are interested in, kind of those 8-inch plus perch, their numbers are above average, but they're going to tend more towards that 8-inch mark. But there's going to be some bigger fish mixed in as well.
Todd, you also manage part of the Devils Lake complex, Stump Lake and Lake Irvine. Let's talk populations on Stump Lake first.
Stump Lake is doing pretty well as well, especially the walleye. Their numbers are, above average for the sizes of walleye that anglers are interested in. So, it should be decent fishing for walleye this winter out there. Perch, there's a lot of perch, but they're kind of small right now still. A lot of those kind of 7-inch type fish, and they're a little smaller than what most anglers would like to see. And pike, their numbers have never really been all that strong on stump, but they're not doing too bad either. They're below average for stump, but they tend to be a little larger fish on stump when it comes to northern pike.
Okay, and how about Lake Irvine?
Irvine is doing all right as well. The walleye numbers are pretty good in there, and the 15 to 20 inch size fish that anglers are usually really interested in, their numbers are good. So there should be good opportunity there. And then the northern pike, they're always really abundant on Lake Irvine, it seems like, and they're actually probably underutilized on Lake Irvine. So anglers that want to keep pike, sure, don't be shy about keeping some pike out of Lake Irvine. It probably wouldn't hurt to thin them out a little bit, because they're usually pretty heavy food competition out there. From what we see in our netting surveys, the pike tend to be a little skinnier in there than the rest of the Devils Lake system. There's also perch in Lake Irvine and white bass too, but those populations are usually pretty small, but the ones that there are tend to be fairly large individuals. So if you do catch a perch on Lake Irvine, it's likely to be a pretty good sized one.
Todd, let's talk dark house spearfishing. There's a new opportunity there.
Yeah, this year you're going to be able to spear walleyes as well as northern pike, the traditional target of dark house spearfishing. That's on Devils Lake, the Devils Lake complex, south of Highway 2, and then Stump Lake as well.
So fish populations are there. If access allows, ice anglers should have success this winter.
Yeah, it should be a pretty good winter for ice fishing opportunities on the Devils Lake system, in general, as long as access conditions hold up well.
A lot of great information, Todd. Thank you.
Thank you.